Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome. This is a special episode that I'm doing right now. I've just realized that the Global Times, and I'm not sure if you know who the Global Times are, they're basically Chinese state run media. They released this article, um, and the reason why they released this article is because they try and link Uyghur organizations or Uyghur personalities to the CIA as much as they can, or they think they can. And they're linking me to the CIA based off a tweet I did, because that's what it says in the article. Um, they quote the tweet, and you can look this up. Go to Global Times and you can find it there. But the actual tweet I can show you. The Chinese trolls, the Western CCP propagandists have taken my what's the word? My tweet, like literally. I can show you my original tweet, and when you look at it, you'll be like, it's really funny how they take things out of context. Um, let's see. So this is the original tweet. So it was sort of like the 2-year anniversary when I came to the United States, and then I posted this saying that um, it's been 2 years since I arrived in the US to work for the CIA, Wink, right? And I put the Wink there because especially the organization that I was working for, Campaign for Uyghurs, has been labeled to be part of the CIA, which it isn't. Um, it's really funny, and it's getting kind of frustrating. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to sort of reach out to Chinese state-run media, saying, why do you have to sort of jump over hoops, labeling me a separatist, right? Or when in my profile, right, in my Twitter profile, if you go to my Twitter profile, the very first thing that you see is my wife's name, right? Instead of trying to link my boss or my former boss to Radio Free Asia, you could have easily linked my wife to Radio Free Asia. And why don't you do this? So the people that know me, that my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my two brothers-in-law are currently in a prison serving anywhere between 7 to 17 years. Um, and it's really frustrating that this is not mentioned at all in here. Instead, it's just some BS about me working for the CIA, which I don't. And I no longer work for Campaign for Uyghurs. And when I was, I mean, you guys got to get your facts straight. It says that I was the program manager, but I was the program director. So you guys need to get your facts straight. So this video that I'm about to play is on my pinned tweet, right? Let's see if I can show my profile. Like, you guys failed to mention, right? If I just put up my profile now, right? Like, my wife's tag is like right there, right? And she works at Radio Free Asia. If you want to link it there, then good. And then in my first, right, you failed to mention that my family is locked up in your freaking camps. They're part of the genocide. And I basically want answers from Chinese state-run media, because thank you for promoting me, right? For me, I believe in any publicity is good publicity. See, this is my wife's um, tag, Ready Free Asia. She works there. She's a journalist. And this is my family story. It's tagged, and you fail to mention this, or you purposely don't mention this. And I'm simply just wondering why. and I'm reaching out to Chinese state-run media and/or Global Times because I don't want to be doing this. Why can't I get information about my family? Are they alive? I mean, I haven't even met my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, or my two brothers-in-law. And I just want to play a clip for people that don't know their story. I want to play a video for you that I made that pretty much sums up who these people are. So here it is.
你第一次是就是跟我听说的一样吗？就家里没有人了吗？现在？
应该是对，就是按照这个我们得到的这个情况是这样的。
这个怎么可能我？反正就再说我妈妈有什么罪？
Our story. My name is Arsan Hidayat. I want to talk about how the Uyghur genocide is directly affecting me and my family. This is Abdurrashid Tohti, my father-in-law.
爸爸呢？
爸爸，您是那个因犯聚众扰乱社会秩序罪，准备实施恐怖活动罪，被依法判处有期徒刑16年11个月。
My mother-in-law, Tajul Qadir, was also sentenced.
妈妈有什么罪呀？50多岁的一个女人。
这里面他是说的是2017年12月13号啊，是因为准备实施恐怖活动罪，被判处了13年有期徒刑。
This is a very typical crime that China sentences Uyghurs. My brother-in-law, Ahmadjan Abdurrashid, was sentenced back in 2016 for 7 years. And my other brother-in-law, Amtili Abdurrashid, has also been sentenced.
然后弟弟
是妹妹代理吧？
就是。
他是2017年8月20号，因犯取缔自罪，准备实施恐怖活动罪被判处15年11个月。
Now, these people are innocent. My family is innocent. They have committed no crimes. To this day, we've been trying our very best to find out where they are, to find out their well-being, hell, to even find out if they're even alive or not. And let's just say they even were guilty of these crimes and are labeled as prisoners. What sort of prisoner does not have the right to be in contact with their own family members? Prisons around the world, prisoners have rights. They have at least the right to be in contact with their family. What sort of government is this to lock up millions of people, these innocent people who just go about their daily lives and yet labeled terrorists? This is why my wife and I, we've dedicated our lives to highlighting the Uyghur genocide all around the world. We are based here in Washington, D.C. But to this day, we have no idea where our family members are. I mean, just look at the state of our family home.
Our search for Noor's family took us to the outskirts of Kashgar. Next door, we found her house derelict and abandoned.
Oh my God.
I called her and showed her what we had found. It was clearly very upsetting.
Our story has been covered widely in mainstream news media, but still no answer as to the whereabouts of our family members. We demand that the Chinese government, Chinese regime, release our family members and unite them with us. And we demand that they release every illegally imprisoned, arbitrarily detained Uyghur in concentration camps, in forced labor facilities, and prisons. And we will not stop until our demands are met.
他们在哪？
So you just quickly saw a quick summary of what my family members are going through. I mean, my mother-in-law, she's just a housewife. Father-in-law, businessman, used to work for the government, and two brothers-in-law just going about their own lives. you would have seen that they were taken in mid 2017, and the Chinese CCP trolls or the Western CCP trolls, the white monkeys, they always say, "Oh, well, your wife works at Radio Free Asia." Yeah, that's why they were taken. But my wife only started working at Radio Free Asia in 2020, like 3 years later. My wife didn't want to work for Radio Free Asia. You guys, China turned her into a Radio Free Asia journalist. China makes Uyghur activists every day. People don't go out to be Uyghur activists and to advocate for people. You guys turn us into Uyghur activists. And so basically, great, you got a beautiful article. Genocide is all fake. Forced labor is all fake. The voice that you heard in the video was my sister-in-law. She was talking to a Chinese official in a Chinese embassy worker in Ankara in Turkey. And we're not getting any updates. That was back in 2017, and we haven't got any updates. It's been 6 years. 6 years. And I call out for the question there. Okay, let's just say they are prisoners, terrorists, whatever you've labeled them. They don't have any rights to talk to their own family members. How does that work? I mean, they've committed literally even the crime that you've set out there. It exists nowhere besides movies. Plotting to commit terrorism, like in their minds. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, we don't even. There's no pictures. There's no voice. There's nothing. Like, give us something. Even give us like a video message saying, calling us terrorists, and they don't want to get in touch with us. People are saying, oh, maybe they don't want to get in touch with you. Tamam, let us know that. How can we not know such a thing? It really is now starting to get frustrating. Calling us terrorists and whatnot, fine. But again, we want to be proven wrong. You still cannot prove Uyghurs wrong. You say, oh, visit Xinjiang. I can't go. You actually don't let anyone in. You actually do not let anybody in. No journalists, no one. No one can actually go there freely and talk to the people freely. You bastards that live in Beijing and in China, in Shanghai. Oh, look at this video. We're here. This is the real Xinjiang. Yeah, like, wallahi, I'm not as despicable as you guys. That's really disgusting. Wallahi, I hope the day that your governments take you back and you are sentenced in court for backing this genocide. Wallahi, I hope that day comes. This is becoming too sick now. Like I like to joke around on Twitter and call you CCP rats, you propagating rats, the disgusting evil or the lies that you purport. But what are you guys doing? Like, don't you guys have like souls, like something? Like anything? You guys are supporting this genocide? And you say, oh, China is so free. All you CCP Western rats, I dare you to say one critical thing about Xi Jinping and watch what happens to you. I'm in the United States. I'll call Joe Biden whatever the F I want. Nothing will happen to me. I'll call my own prime minister, bloody Albanese, whatever his name is, Anthony Albanese. I'll call him. I'll say anything. I'll say F his mum, whatever. Nothing will happen to me. You liken Xi Jinping to Winnie the Pooh and watch what happens to you. You have no freedom. No one believes your BS. You have no freedom. We've seen what happens even to the Chinese themselves when they joke about Xi Jinping, when they mention these little things. Anyway, so that's why I'm making a call out to Global Times and any other Chinese state-run media. I'm willing to do interviews. Wallahi, I am. I'm willing to do an interview with you lot to find out the truth about where my family members are. I literally want to know, because I'm really worried. The reason why I've posted this is because you've done an article, right? Basically on me, and then sort of brought in all the Uyghur organizations together, but not mentioning my wife or our family. And that's what's really worrying me. That's it. That's all I got to say. Please share this. Please tag these CCP bastard state-run media guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters, and to you CCP rat assholes. Go to hell.